3. Command start. 2, 1, 0. And liftoff. New Shepard has cleared the tower. Throttle down from execute. Separation. Apogee 333,000 feet. Restart, we have thrust. 1,000 feet. Landing gear deploying. And touchdown.
Hi, I'm Mr. Pritz and I'm Cowie's husband. Today we're going to build a rocket. First step is we have the fins and we need to sand both sides. Okay, second step is to get an X-Acto knife, which this might have to be done at home, and cut out the edges of the fins so you have all 3 fins. Okay, the next step is to use sandpaper to get the edges of each of these. So put them all together. Get those flat. And then top edge right here and this edge you want to do rounded. So you can do that by doing a little bit sideways. Okay, so the next step, you take out your tube that's about this big and you make marks on it using a ruler. And you make marks at 3/8 of an inch, 1 inch, and 2.5 inches.
Can you see the measurements as you're going?
Okay, the first one was 3/8, the second one was 1 inch, and the third one is going to be at 2.5 inches. At the 2.5 inch mark, make a small incision that is about 1/8 of an inch wide. And then take this rod and stick it in there in the hole that you just created. Make sure it's going straight down like that.
With the hook at the bottom?
Yes, with the hook at the bottom. Okay. So from the top, when you have the metal part in there, you're going to put this on over here and put it down to the tick mark right there, the middle tick mark. And in between that, you're going to put a little bit of glue around it so that it will stick on. Okay, so next step, you're going to take this paper right here, which you cut out of your instructions, right over there, and you're going to tape it with a little bit of room on the bottom of your rocket fuselage, right there. So I'm going to take some tape.
Does it matter what end?
On the end that has the hatches, but on the end of the fuselage it doesn't matter. Okay, now you're going to use your pencil, and on each line where the arrows are, you're going to put a little tick mark on either side, and also write down the letters that are also right next to your tick mark. So FL right there, and FL. And this one says LL. And the rest should say FL. And now when you're done with that, and take it off. You're going to take your ruler and connect the lines.
Can you show the video?
Mm-hmm. One more. Okay. So the best part is to make sure that they're going straight up. You should be able to see some fin lines right there. Okay. So now that you're done, you're going to take your fins, and I'm only going to do one, and you are going to, on this edge right here, this top edge, you're going to put some glue on it. And on every line that says FL, you're going to attach it. And you want to make sure that it's facing straight out from the circle, so like that.
Side view. Perfect.
And then when you're done, you can let it dry like this. Okay, so the next step, now that we're back and we have all of the fins on, is to take your tiny little cylinder piece and you sand it a little bit. And you put some glue on the part that you sanded. And on that line that you made, put it just above that line. Make sure it is straight, because that is what goes on the rod for when you launch.
Can you show the camera?
Okay. And then after that, take your Q-tip again, if you have, or your stick. You can put glue on, and I'll put it onto my paper towel, and I'll use towards the other end. And we'll make a nice ring on the inside of rocket. And then I'll take this part, and on that last line, which you can kind of see the little tick mark on there, right there, you want it to be sticking out, so that line is your indication of where you want it to be even with the cylinder right there. Okay. Now, I've already cut this out, but this is also in your instructions on right here. It was right here. And I am going to build the line for the parachute. So you have your little elastic band right here, and you put glue on number 2. And then point it facing going to number 3, and you roll number 1 over and fold it over, and then put some glue on number 3. Put a little bit more. And roll it over one more time. And then you take it, and at 1.5 inches on the other side of your rocket, so about 1.5 inches down, which there's not really a good way of measuring that. So just kind of fake it, put glue on it, and then stick it down in there about 1.5 inches and press it into the side. Okay. Now, take your parachute out and unwind it a little bit. And so what you want to do is you want to get all 3 of these loops lined up with each other. So straighten them out and make sure that they are lined up.
Three.
Okay, so put the loops through that part right there, and slide it through, and then put the parachute through the loops. So now it should just open up and it goes down like that.
Cool.
And then the next step is to take this part right here, the other end of your elastic band, and also stick it through there, and just tie a little knot. So what you would do is take tissue paper, which I don't have right now. You would stuff a few tissues down there. And then you fold your parachute up a few different times. Like that. And fold it over on itself. And wrap it around a few times. And stick all this down in there. Good luck and have fun with your rocket.